So, hi everybody, and welcome to our Zoom. And I want to welcome any newbies that have come in here tonight for the first time. I think there is a few of you, which is great to see. And we just wanted to explain a little bit about our whys and, you know, why we're doing this and for what reasons we're doing it for and what we went through and how it all come about in the very first instance. So, basically, I've been on my journey for the last 9 months, and I met Teresa on TikTok, and it turned out that she was kind of doing the same thing as me, whereas we were both helping and supporting people. Obviously, our stories were different. Everybody's stories are different, but we decided to put Start, Sell and Scale together to help those that are on their journey as beginners. And this is how it all happened. So I bought a bigger course 9 months ago, and I went on that course not knowing you know, where it was going to take me. I didn't have a clue that it was going to bring me to where I am today. I was an absolute beginner. I'd never done anything like this before, and I couldn't believe what was actually happening. It was all very surreal. It happened very fast for me. I met so many people online. I always helped and supported those, even though, you know, I didn't really know what I was doing myself. But I just felt that by doing that, you know, something's got to give here. I didn't really know what I was doing. I did have good support around me. The lady that I bought from was very supportive. But again, you know, we are now offering a lot more support than I ever got. Even though I did get some, I didn't get half as much as support as we're giving to others right now. So I've learned so much along my journey. I'm still on my journey and I'm still learning new things every single day. But my journey was exciting, emotional. It was a crazy journey, but it's been the best decision I ever made. I saw a girl on TikTok 9 months ago selling one of the bigger courses, and I literally decided to buy it off of her. Within 15 minutes, I'd bought this course, which cost me £400, and it was £400 that I didn't have. I had to borrow the money from my dad, and I remember calling him and saying, Dad, I've seen something. I know it's going to work. You know, I really want to give this a go. I trust the lady that I wanted to purchase it from, and I really think this is going to be a good thing for me, and it's going to work. You know, I got the usual, oh, here we go again, you know, what are you going to be doing now, which I've always had. And I ended up going on my journey, and literally the first 3 weeks of my journey were studying the course, literally going through the course module by module, trying to get my head around it. I did understand it, I did enjoy it, and then I developed a passion for it. And I can honestly say, if you love your product, it will help you sell it, because people will see beyond that. People will see that you love what it is you're selling and promoting, and it makes it a hell of a lot easier for you to do it as well. So really important to learn about your product and love it if you can, and it will make things easier for you. I started doing my lives by the end of week 3. By the end of week 4, I made my first sale. I made £400, and at the time I had an income claim up on my live which said I'd made no money at all. So from that income claim, I ended up making my first sale, I believe, anyway. I then was absolutely over the moon. You can imagine, I was excited. I couldn't believe it. And then that followed by another sale and another sale and another sale. And I think I've lost count now where I was at, on, you know, how much money I'd made at that time. But I do know that in my first month, I made my first sale on my 4th week, and then I went on to make another 5k in my 2nd month. So it just went completely crazy for me. I've loved every minute of it. I've learned it inside out and upside down, and I love helping others do the same. So again, we put this course together to help those on the beginning of their journey. And that was my story. Teresa has got a different story. Like I said, everyone's got a different why, different circumstances, different reasons as to why they wanted to do it. Mine was completely random. I literally came across a lady on TikTok one evening and I bought it and I went on my journey, and here I am today. Earned a lot of money from digital marketing and now course creator of Start, Sell and Scale along with Teresa. And I'll pass it over to you, Teresa, and you can tell them your story.
Oh, thank you very much.
No worries.
So my name is Teresa and I've been selling digital products since December. This time last year, I'd lost my job. I was on universal credit, so I have twins, 7-year-olds. And my goal was always to home educate my twins. And obviously with that, I couldn't do it because I obviously had to work. You can't have the kids at home and work at the same time. So when I lost my job in September, I was just flicking through TikTok and I see this young girl selling digital products. I didn't know what it was. All I see was that she had this claim above her head, and I think she was on something like 18,000. I did not believe her, but part of me wanted to believe her. So I was like, well, what if it does work, you know? I did the same as Michelle. I threw £400 at it. I was a little bit skeptical at first, but I thought, you know what? All I want to do is home educate my children. So I had that goal, I had that vision, and I thought, and if that can work for them, why can't it work for me? So I started my journey, as to speak. Because I was on universal credits and I was unemployed, they were making me go to the job centre like every single 2 weeks. It was driving me mad. I've also got ADHD and bipolar, so if someone tells me to do something, I probably won't do it. So I was getting sanctioned every 2 weeks because I wasn't doing what they was asking me to do. So when I bought into this course, I thought, do you know what? I'm going to go self-employed. So that's what I did. In December, I went self-employed. They gave me 12 months to sort my life out, basically. And after the 12 months, then they revalue it, basically, and see if you're earning enough, and then you can stay self-employed or go back onto universal credit. Well, the first month of me doing it, pretty much the same as Michelle, I made my first sale within 4 weeks. I did go live and I was making sales on my 4th week. I had to go to the job centre within the first month just to prove that I was actually earning some money. The first 8 weeks, I've made just under £8,000 doing so. So I thought, you know what, it works. But then when I went to the job centre, they said to me, you're no longer entitled to universal credits. You've earned literally what we will give you in 6 months. You've earned in like literally 8 weeks. You're no longer entitled to it. And I've got to say, I absolutely cracked myself. I then walked home from that job centre. I'll never ever forget it. Pulled my big girl pants up and said, you know, I can do this. I've done it. I've made money from it. It works. I need to continue doing this. And then from then on, I've started buying a lot more other courses that I could sell to gain like the money through selling it as an affiliate program. If I told you I've got 17 courses, you probably wouldn't believe me, but I have got 17 courses. I literally bought a course after course after course after course, and it wasn't so I could learn more. It was more about the money aspects of it, so I could earn more. It wasn't about learning at that point because I knew I could sell. And then I met up with Michelle. I think it was around June time. I think no, we was talking in January, but it was
Yes.
around June time we decided, you know, these courses are amazing. They taught us everything we need to know. We actually made sales. We knew that it worked, but they wasn't very beginner friendly. So that's when me and Michelle put our heads together and just put everything we've learned in a beginner friendly way into Start, Sell and Scale. We've kept the price very cheap because we know, as me and Michelle knows, that we had to literally borrow the money to do it, and there's so many people out there that will need to borrow money to get going, and we feel that we don't want people to struggle. At the end of the day, you're doing this to earn money, not lose money. So this is why we kept the course really cheap as well. We are affiliated, so now we get 10%, you get 90%. If you do want to sell the course, you don't have to resell the course. If this is something for you guys and this is what you wanted to get into, you can just use it as education. You don't need to resell it. You might have lots of other courses like I have and want to sell them and use ours as education. It's entirely up to you. But that's my story and that's where I am today. I'm living in temporary accommodation still. I was homeless January last year. So you can imagine my build up until my whys, why I done it. But when Universal Credit told me that I was no longer entitled to Universal Credit, that was it for me. I literally, I pulled my trousers up high, and I was like, you can do this, and you need to treat it like a business. You need to get your business head on, and you got to thrash this, and you got to start earning money. And I think the passion that comes from that drives you. So if
Yeah.
you're coming into something with that idea of, oh, I'm just going to buy a course and I'm just going to sell it and I'm going to be the next millionaire, it's not going to work. You need to have passion, and you've got to know the back line of what digital marketing is. And this is what we want to teach you. Michelle's going to tell you what is involved in our course.
Yeah, so the course and what's inside, how it works and what makes it different, exactly what Teresa just said. So most courses that you buy, most courses that you probably might already have, will, you know, they're kind of all the same. I know this sounds different creators, but you will get the same kind of modules and lessons as you do in all of them. It's just the way it is, you know, the general setup. You know, all the modules will kind of look the same, but they're different creators, different price tags as well, some of them. But what we tried to do was obviously teach you the basics, but teach you in an understandable way. We've broken it down, like in layman's terms, broken it down so it's understandable. And also obviously the support. So what normally happens is when you buy a bigger course, you might have a question for the community, and you'll go inside their community, which will probably be on school, and you'll ask that question, and that question will get lost. You know, some people might get answered, but it might take weeks to be recognized and noticed even. But I've seen it with my own eyes in lots of different courses, not mentioning any, not slagging any off, but just noticed it a lot. You know, you will get ignored, you will get lost amongst the thousands of people that are inside these courses. So, you know, we make sure that that does not happen. We've got a way we work it. You will not get lost. You will be heard. Any questions you've got, I mean, you know that we're on it. For those of you that are already in here, the other unique, I think what makes us unique and stand out, and again, it's going to really help you, because if I'd bought a course as a beginner and it had what we offer, oh my gosh, it would have made my journey even better than it already was, you know. But we provide you with content. Now, it's a done for you course. Now, I think a lot of people think that when they come in and they buy Start, Sell and Scale, that the content that we create, yes, it is based generally around our branding, our course itself, you know, and what we have to offer. But obviously that's going to help you sell the course and make your commission. And it's also going to help us because it's affiliated. But you can repurpose our content. You know, there's nothing stopping you. Morella, I think earlier on today, she said that she copied and pasted the wording and then she put it on her own background. Brilliant. You know, it's our wording on her own background. That's fine. You can repurpose this and use it for maybe other courses that you've got that you've never been able to make sales on. You can do what you want with it. It's there for you to use if you want it. And I really think that this has been a beneficial selling point, hasn't it? And it's been helping people, definitely. And I love creating it, guys. Like, I'm obsessed, aren't I? So you know, when people say to me, oh, Michelle, you know, could you do this, could you do that, I'm on it, I'm there, I'm doing it, you know. And I will keep producing content for you all. If there's any ideas I've got, and I've got a lot of them, trust me, I will be giving it to you guys. Like, I want it to be the best it can possibly be. I want you to love it. I want you to have a passion for Start, Sell and Scale, because then it's going to make it easy for you to market and promote as well. So it has a knock-on effect, you know.
Yeah, I just want to say, sorry, Mish, that for the people who
fine.
don't really understand what digital marketing is about. So when we're talking about content and throwing our content around on TikTok, that is what drives your traffic to your store. So eventually, say that for instance, you were selling this course, you would have your course on your Stand store, your Beacon store, Systems.io, any platform where you can sell a digital product. You will have that link inside your bio, whether or not it's Instagram, TikTok, Pinterest, any social media platform, you will have that link. So the content that we give you to promote our course or any other course that you're selling or whatever digital product you are selling, that will drive traffic to your link in your bio, which is your store. And that's how we gain customers and clients to buy our products. So when Michelle's talking about content, that is what it is. The content is what is driving, making people interested and want to go to your store to see what it is that you're actually offering. So that's what the content is about. Over to you, Mish. Sorry, love.
No, yeah, and that's another good point. So your content is your gold. Your content is your gold. So when somebody, I mean, honestly, when I first started my journey, I decided I wanted to help others, right? I was on a roll. I was loving every minute of it, and everything fell into place for me. But that doesn't mean it's going to do it for you. Everyone goes through a different journey. But what I decided to do was create value for people for free, right? This is one thing I did, and it blew up for me. And I really believe it was because I was giving people value. So what I did was I learned how to make problem solving digital products that I'd learned to make from one of the bigger courses that I first bought. And it consisted of 90-day content plans. I just had this thing about content, right? Because the reason I knew this was really helping people was because everybody that bought this big course from me, and there was a lot of people, believe me, that bought it, they was all coming to me with the same pain point. And the first pain point they were coming to me with was, Michelle, what do I post? When do I post? How do I post? What do I post? Like, it was always about the content. So I thought, right, do you know what? I am going to make and create these people for free content. Like, that became my love. I love doing it. And I was just in the background always thinking, oh, you know, Canva, all these different apps. I was just creating content. And I was giving it to people. And then that made me, you know, even more determined to add this to this course. And I really think it's been a big it's beneficial to everyone, really is.
Definitely.
Because if you wake up one morning, and believe me, I've done a post on this before, some days I wake up and I've got so many ideas. I drive Teresa crazy because I'm like, she's like, whoa, slow down. With one thing at a time. But other days I wake up and I can't think of anything, you know, and you're going to get them days. But to wake up and to go on to school and know that your content's sitting there waiting for you, all you've got to do is post it. Who does that? Who does that? No one does that. So it's makes our course unique, and it helps you promote our course for yourself to make sales, and obviously us as the creators. So it's a win-win, guys. It's absolutely amazing course. Success stories. We've got a few people that have been making sales with our course. But obviously we can talk about that after, guys, for those of you that are in here at the moment. And yeah, we just want you to know that you are completely supported. Anybody that comes in to Start, Sell and Scale, the whole purpose of this course was to put something together where, you know, we'd rather be... Are you there?
Oh,
you disappeared. You're back.
And me?
Yeah, sorry, you disappeared. We'd rather be spoke about in, you know, in the sense of we're a supportive community. I mean, the community is amazing and it's getting bigger by the day, but, you know, we'd rather be known for being an amazing community than any income claims, you know, at the moment. Because what happens is, like Teresa said, when you come into this space as a beginner, 9 times out of 10 you've probably bought from somebody that's made a lot of money. So there, you know, your initial thought when you bought it was, I want to earn that money, you know, that I want that to be me. That's a great attitude to have. But again, it takes hard work and consistency. But we've done it, you know, we've made a lot of money between us through showing up every single day, through being so consistent. It's unbelievable. But we know that if we can do it, anybody else can, with the same positive mindset as we've got. And you know, you can do that. We just teach you how to show up, the importance of showing up every day, teaching you how to be consistent with the 10K 90 days challenge. You know, giving you tasks, daily tasks every single day is amazing, because after 90 days of doing the same thing, and trust me, me and Teresa have done it, you do it without even thinking. It will become your job, you know, without thinking. Most of you have been working your 9 till 5 job probably for the last 25, 30 years of your working life anyway. So you should be proud of yourself because you actually have showed up every single day, but for somebody else. For somebody else, you're lining somebody else's pockets. So when it comes to investing £87 in a course that's going to possibly change your life, people and ah about, you know, we want to give you something to get your teeth into. It's the best journey you can go on with a positive mindset and determination and consistency. And me and Teresa, having me and Teresa in your life.
Who would want that, eh?
How can you say no to that? Because it's part of my life, the rest of my life. Yeah, guys, I think that's a wrap. You know, covering the basics of the course and what we're about and what it's about and what we're about.
Has anyone got any questions that me and Shell can answer for you? Remember, this is being recorded so it can, you know, other people can see it and see what our community is about and the answers to any of your questions. Give us a good question. Put your hand up if you want to say something. I'll unmute you because I don't want it being all a bit. How are you going to put your hand up if your video is not on? Anyone got anything to say?
Maybe, yeah, or maybe pop a free, or I'll ask the question in the comments. You've
yes, ask the question in the comments because I can see you. Yes, sorry.
If you've got one.
No questions.
We covered everything.
Any questions? 10, 9, 8, 7. Oh, okay. Everyone's all shy today.
Oh, you won't be shy after you finish with Start, Sell and Scale.
If you've managed to get to the end of this video and you decide that it is something for you and you want to purchase Start, Sell and Scale and you want to join our community and you want her help and support, then please go back to the person that gave you the link and purchase it from them. We don't want the sale or anything. We're not in it for that. So whoever's gave you the link, whoever you was interested in, interested at the beginning, say for instance if it was you, Saz, then please go back to Saz or go back to Tracy, go back to whoever the person was that gave you that link, because we're not in it to take sales from people. We want to help everybody within the community, and same goes for anybody that joins our community. We will be doing the same for you as well.
100%. Right. And also I did forget to say that basically if you you know, if you make a sale, any of you as newbies make a sale to anyone, and your main concern, another pain point we used to get a lot, wasn't it? It was like, oh my goodness, I've made a sale, but I don't know how to look after these people.
Oh yeah.
You do not have to worry about that. This is what we're here for. We take that weight off of your shoulders. So we do it for you, literally. Bring them into, make that sale, bring them into the community and know that they're
yes, that was my question actually, about how to follow up someone who's texted me, because that's not a stage I've come to yet, and you will help, so you will help me with that.
100%. We have DM drafts, you know, that you can use, or we'll simply give you something to say. We know kind of, you can show us what they've said and we'll roll with it, but we help you with all of that. You don't have to worry about the setup. You can say to them confidently, because they might say to you, okay, can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? And you're like, oh no, but I don't even know how to do it myself yet. So I've been in this space.
That's where I'd panic, yes. So that's why I wanted to ask. But I do want to say thank you so much. I've joined recently and I'm loving it. It's very, very easy to use. And I'm no tech savvy at all. And I'm just loving it. I'm loving every minute. The posting. I have hiccups sometimes, but you know, I'm still editing, learning. But I'm enjoying it.
This is a prime example because I sold to you a few months ago, and I've sold some big courses to her as well. And she is like every single week, what do? I don't know what I'm doing. Help, you know. And she's been in this course for 1 week and she's like, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So it just goes to show what we are trying to do is actually working. Laura has asked a question, but I can't read the bottom of it. It says, do you think it's better to do a masterclass or a guide as a lead? Oh, as a lead magnet. So as a lead magnet, I would say definitely it's a freebie. What I did at the beginning of my journey, I used to put a free digital marketing course in there. It's inside our PLR section as well. I can send it to you if you want.
Yeah.
And what I did was I literally guided everyone to my link in my bio to go and get some free training on digital marketing. And that's how I managed to get their leads. But then again, it all depends on what niche you're in. So say I was in universal credit niche. My niche now is home educating because I'm now home educating. So now my lead magnet would be something around home educating, like if you're in the UK, who do you contact when you want to go home ed with your children, and do you get any help? Here's another link for that, you know. So that's my lead magnet, because obviously I'm not in the digital marketing niche anymore, so to speak. So it all depending on what niche you're in. If you are in the digital marketing and you do just want to show people how you can earn money through digital marketing, then I would have a free little 5-minute course in your bio. So basically you're grabbing their emails, and then you can then go down the route of email marketing, which we teach you that as well within the course. Any more questions before I turn the volume, the recording off? I hope that answered that for you, Laura. Okay.
Evening.
Yeah, that was easy. I think everyone's gone all shy because they know that everybody's going to be seeing it.
Yes.
All right, I'm going to stop the recording, okay? And hopefully we see all you newbies in our community soon.